Hello, everybody. I want to thank you for joining another episode of the Keynon Lake Show on SIBN Radio. This is an opportunity to tell you a little bit about the Keynon Lake Show, which airs at 4 o'clock every Sunday, and that's 4 p.m. We have been doing the Keynon Lake Show since March of 2012. I look forward to doing another year or more with the SIBN Radio. Continue to join us, continue to follow the show. We need your support, and we greatly appreciate you.
What's going on, everybody? We are live in Asheville, North Carolina. Thank you so much for joining us. Keynon Lake is in the house. Keynon, what's up?
Coach Salette, what's up? It's great to have you back in the mountains again.
Yes. Talk to everybody about the show. We got some new listeners that may not know what we're all about.
Well, Coach, I'm so thankful that you made it up. You and the family. You guys, when you come up, we have a great time, and I can't wait until we get to the mall because I know you got a lot of money we can spend. So, and folks, let me just say this real quick. This is not to do with the Keynon Lake Show, but SIBN, they do it big. Coach came to Asheville, North Carolina today and set up shop. I'm loving it right now. I mean, I feel like I'm really at like the Jay Leno show somewhere in Hollywood somewhere. It's amazing. The Keynon Lake Show is a show that is based on trying to bring and shine and bring awareness to families dealing and struggling with issues that we talk about every day. For example, we talked about the Jim Crow and how that affects our families. We talked about a number of things, privatizing prisons. We talked about all types of arrays of shows that address family issues, things that families struggle with, things that families need help with, and try to bring awareness to that, but also give feedback and give insight on how to address those issues and handle those issues. I want to consider My Daddy Taught Me that as a movement, and SIBN has really embraced and allowed my program, my visions to be highlighted and given me a platform to really do more than what I've ever thought I could do. So I really appreciate SIBN, and I'm grateful that I have the Keynon Lake Show. It's amazing.
I want you and I to just talk briefly about these articles. First, he's featured in the Woman magazine. Talk to them about this magazine and this write-up. And look, I don't know if you can get a shot of that. I got my cameraman here, and those that are joining us on radio, you won't be able to see it. You'll have to follow us on Twitter to see. Okay, but they got a great picture of the kids here. But talk about this write-up in Woman's Magazine. It's really, really a big write-up.
Well, that came out this past June, and every year they do an edition of they call it the Y chromosome. So it's talking about men. So they actually featured me and my program in that particular set. And with that, they talked about the program, they talked about the book, and they pretty much highlighted both because of what it's doing in this area. So in Western North Carolina, they wanted to give the program exposure by allowing folks to know exactly what I'm doing, what's happening, what's going on, but also being able to give the book exposure because of the message behind the book. So,
Buncombe County Life. Tell them about how you're listed now in this resource guide for those of you that need to come to Asheville to the mountains to get away and relax and all that right there. That's the man to call right here. Talk to them a little bit about
Buncombe County Life is exactly a resource magazine, and it highlights all the things that's going on in the county. Mm-hmm. So Buncombe County is the county that I reside in, and it talks about pretty much what's going on, but from a standpoint of government. So you got the sheriff department stuff going on in there. You have a variety of a different array of things going on in there. But I'm actually featured in there, Coach. I'll let you hold that.
And I want to hold that up because this is a beautiful situation. To be recognized by your peers, to be recognized by those that citizens in the same county where you serve, it means a lot. This is our makeshift set right here live in Asheville. We're going to go to a small break. We're live with Keynon Lake in Asheville, North Carolina. My name is Marcus Salette, a.k.a. the Coach. And as I always say, as we approach this microphone, we know we got issues, you know what I'm saying? But we bringing some help to the kids. We want the kids to know, get ready for amazing life. We'll be right back after the break.
61. My daddy taught me that.com.
we're so excited to be here with Keynon. Again, the name of the book, talk a little bit about the book, My Daddy Taught Me That, because we have some people viewing this for the first time. They've never heard of this book. They've never heard of Keynon Lake. Introduce yourself to the the viewing audience one more time and tell them what this book is about.
Well, Coach, I appreciate that. The book, My Daddy Taught Me That, is a book that is dear to my heart. This book and all this whole vision transpired because of my father. His name was Benny Lake. He resided here in Asheville, North Carolina. He was a former Harlem Globetrotter, original Globetrotter, played with Curly Neal and Meadowlark Lemon and all those guys. But he also was a social worker here in Asheville, North Carolina, a community activist, and did a lot for the Asheville community. Well, he passed away a couple of years ago. The vision and the sight of the book and the program kind of materialized. So having a father that I had and doing the great things that he's done, I wanted to be able to give him a little tome to him and his legacy. But not only that, working for 11 years for the county, being a child protective service social worker, one of my biggest pet peeves was, Coach, was single fathers, single parents. And we have, when you start looking at statistics, there's 13.7 million families in America, single families in America, 13.7 million single families, and 84% are single moms. So what that tells us is out of 84% of our single moms, single families, children are being raised, it's about 8.5 being raised by single moms. So the book is to inform, enlighten, motivate, and encourage men on being men, stepping up, taking care of their families, their responsibilities, taking care of our youth. And it's accompanied with a few stories that's taken place as a social worker in my personal experience, and also a lot of statistical information.
And we've been having a lot of fun with our shows. I mean, I wish we had one of our other associate producers to put a list together. Maybe next time when we come back in January, we're going to get to that in just a minute. We finna get to Funny or Us in a moment. But maybe when we come back, we'll have a list of the shows, or you can go on to Keynon Lake's website, mydaddytaughtmethat.com, and see, man, we've had some great shows, and we're not even a year old. The Keynon Lake show is almost a year old, but I mean, we've had some excellent shows, excellent feedback, man.
I'm impressed, Coach, and and folks, I want to say this one more time. When Coach went to break, he said this was a makeshift setup. Ain't there is nothing makeshift about what we got going on here. I'm telling you, we got lights, cameras, and action. This is amazing. I'm impressed. I mean, we got photographers in the place. Listen, we're having a good time right now. We're having a great time. But anybody who needs a service, what I mean by service, internet, film, radio, Marcus Salette, SIBN, they are the way to go. I'm amazed. Like, I'm so amazed and impressed, and I'm just honored to be on board with SIBN Radio.
After the break, we will come back, talk a little bit more about where you can get the book, and we got some special events coming up, one particular event that we're going to talk about. So we'll be right back. You're listening live from Asheville, the Keynon Lake Show on SIBN Radio. We'll be right back in a moment.
SCGPW. That's right. The SaletteUSAtv Collabo Media Groups and Partners Worldwide for a limited time has opened up its membership to the general public. Now you can collaborate worldwide with media conglomerate SIBN Television and Radio. If you want to join free of charge for this limited time offer, then visit www.WeSupportSaletteUSAtv.com. That's right, we have programs, benefits, service, and so much more to offer to our members exclusively at SCGPW. That's right, visit www.WeSupportSaletteUSAtv.com. That's www.WeSupportSaletteUSAtv.com.
We're back here live, and I wanted to tell everybody I rode in on my horse from Atlanta and had my big cowboy hat and my polos. I didn't have sense enough to wear no boots, but I just went on ahead and wore my polo tennis shoes. But you can't keep your hat on while you're on set, because then you start looking darker than the Black Eyed Peas. But anyway, listen. Hey, we are excited about the upcoming events for the Keynon Lake Show. And Keynon, I'm going to let you do the honors of letting everybody know, as we say in Decatur, Georgia, what's getting ready to go down January 18th.
Coach, I appreciate it. Again, we're having a Funny or Us comedy show featuring Tyler Craig. Joe Green with KJG Entertainment. He usually brings all of the big names here to Asheville. He does that. That's what he does. But this is a great opportunity for My Daddy Taught Me That, because it's the first fundraising event that I'm able to have. So with that being said, the doors are going to open at 8 o'clock on January the 18th. We have a young lady by the name of Lyric who appeared on the Apollo. She's going to be performing, singing, and doing some things. We have a great lineup. We have
DJ iPod going to be there. Shout out to DJ iPod.
Will be there. We got a great lineup. We're going to have a good show. I personally love it because it's going to give awareness to the program. We have it's not a kids event, it's an adult event, because we're going to have some comedy, and it's going to be
all grown.
All grown. But part of the proceeds are going to go to the My Daddy Taught Me That men's development program in the organization. Sir. So again, folks, please come out and support the program. We need your support. We need as many people on board as we possibly can, and we need the awareness. The more people that know about what you're doing, the greater the chances are for success. And the only way we can succeed is if we support each other. So I need it.
And then there's many ways that you can support. Number one, you can go to www.mydaddytaughtmethat.com, and you can let everybody know right there that you support. Hey, also you can follow Keynon on Twitter. Go ahead and give him that Twitter and that Facebook contact real quick.
So the Twitter and the Facebook is the Keynon Lake Show. That is on SIBN Radio. That's on Facebook. Also, I have My Daddy Taught Me That, which is on Facebook, and then I have my regular personal page, Keynon Lake. Twitter at the KL Show.
And listen, they can get tickets for Funny RS comedy shows. My floor director is flagging me. They can get tickets at the Asheville. What is that? Community Theater.
Yep.
And it's AshevilleTheater.org. If you advance tickets online, right there. And as we said, portion of the proceeds benefit the men's development program of My Daddy Taught Me That. And we want you guys to come on out. It's a grown folks event. Please keep that in mind. And we appreciate you in advance for that. But Keynon, let's also talk about what you see in the future, man. What's going to happen in 2014, 2015? What you looking at?
2014, Coach. I'm just envisioning. This is what I'm envisioning. That my 501c3, my nonprofit, fully goes through. I'm envisioning. What I really pray and hope happens is that I get my nonprofit up and established, and then I can get the donations and the funding to really move the program to a different direction and empower. I have about 20 young men in my program now, but I have about 15 to 20 on a waiting list. Wow. So that means I can't. That means I have as many kids as I have. I have a need for more, and the more that I get, the better it'll be. But I can't take on anymore because of the financial status.
Right.
Being able to continue to expand the program, get a bunch of things that are needed, such as transportation, vans. I would love to get a new, and I'm grateful to the Asheville Housing Authority who allows me to use their space. But I need a new building, a more centralized location. Before we break camp today, I'm gonna let this young man introduce himself. This is Joe. This is my man. He's actually supporting some of my gear. He did me a favor today and supported some of my gear. So he has on a toboggan, a beanie, if you want to call it, and he has on My Daddy Taught Me That sweatshirt. So I really appreciate folks if you get online. January 2014, I will have my website up and running to actually feature all of the clothing lines.
Thank you so much for joining us live for the Keynon Lake Show, live from Asheville, North Carolina. I'm here with the boys in blue and black. Okay. Not talking about the